Hello everyone, I'm CoolGuy. Welcome back. This week at Bungie is out, and it's definitely worth talking about. I'm going to give the highlights and give some commentary about the changes. There's huge buffs coming to the solar subclasses next season, and I'm really excited about each and every one of them. So the first one, let's talk about the Gunslinger. Remember, top tree is the 6-shooter way of the Outlaw, bottom tree is the 3-shot way of the Sharpshooter. And you see, the Gunslinger all the way back in Destiny 1 was a very straightforward class. It never really got heavy nerfs over the past 4 and 5 years because the idea behind the Gunslinger is your gunplay. That's the neutral game. And that's why it's always been my favorite subclass in all of Destiny, and with these changes that they're bringing in, it's making your gunplay the focal point again. There's a change with how they want these to be viewed. The 3-shot bottom tree, they want it to be for distance. The 6-shooter, they want it to be for up close. So as far as what they revealed for the top tree changes way of the Outlaw, the 6-shooter, they shorten the damage fall off range to emphasize that short range engagement. And it has the possibility to take an extra golden gun shot at longer ranges. They say they made some other changes, including the explosive knife being able to stick to surfaces and it's going to detonate when an enemy passes by. And that's really cool. It's a knife trap. I immediately think of a trap wombo combo. We're going to have to see the damage, but there's a possibility you can run something like the spines for a better trip mine, throw that on the wall, then throw the knife right next to it for a heavy damage trap. It's going to be something to test and look into. Moving on to the bottom tree way, the Sharpshooter, it got an overhaul, a really good one. Like on paper, it might be my main class, because I'm the type of player that 100% goes primary first, and I've always loved the idea behind the Gunslinger. So for the 3-shot golden gun, they increased the auto aim and reliability when aiming down sights. For the subclass, the first change is a weighted knife. A high damage knife throw with a long windup, travels at high speeds, bounces once, and does extra damage to the head. Precision shot final blows recharge the melee completely. It's a one-hit precision final blow in the Crucible. A one-shot throwing knife that resets on a kill, massive potential for big-time plays, massive potential to shut down a shotgun rusher. I love this, let's talk about it in the comment section. That's a pretty big thing for the hunter. Another change, practice makes perfect, a quality of life change. It lasts longer but gives a bit less energy per second. Precision hits grant 2 stacks. That's a good change, but here we have a big one. A neutral game changer. A new perk, knock 'em down. Precision final blows increase weapon stability and aim down sight speed. The timer starts at 10 seconds, but any additional final blow or assist can increase it up to 25 seconds. Casting your super with this buff above 20 seconds consumes the buff and grants extra damage, and that does not stack with Celestial Nighthawk. Here's the deal. This is the old school Gunslinger's Trance from Destiny 1. In Destiny 1, Gunslinger's Trance stated, precision kills increase weapon stability. It stacks up to 3 times. This doesn't look like it stacks, it just adds a timer, and that can get extended. It's a huge perk, massive. And after you get the first final blow and have that 10-second timer, it gets extended from another final blow or an assist. There's a high uptime if you're busy. If it gets anywhere close to the stability from Frontal Assault from Bottom Tree Striker Titan, then this catapults it, in my opinion, into a top 3 neutral game with all these changes collectively. And you're also getting better aim down sight speed. This is what a Gunslinger is all about. Then we have line 'em up, quality of life. The old perks from Crowd Pleaser are now part of the perk. Golden Gun causes precision damage, and precision shots generate orbs of light. They combine them, making way for new perks. Overall, the complete body of work has you working with your weapons. Those weapons get a lot better when you're accurate. Time's gonna tell. It really depends on how much stability and how it's all gonna work out, but I'm excited. And you're also getting a one-shot knife. It's simply amazing. I can't wait for it. Next up, Sunbreaker Middle Tree Code of the Devastator, the big boy hammer. Roaring Flames, the one that states that kills with solar abilities increase those abilities' damage, and it stacks up to 3 times. It got a significant buff to that bonus damage, and it now lasts 25% longer. The base damage of the throwing hammer has been increased, now very lethal with Roaring Flames active, and you might not need Worm Gods from what I'm seeing to get a one-hit hammer kill. Next for the super, Burning Maul lasts longer, increased the height of the heavy slam explosion. The throwing hammer, the impact was increased from 100 to 120, increased hammer pickup radius, and it has a new throwing hammer animation. The Burning Maul super increased duration from 22.2 seconds to 28.5. Light attacks reduced energy costs from 5% to 3% and adjusted the animation to flow with each attack. The heavy attack, the ground slam attack, now detonates when it detects enemies above it, and the detonation radius has been increased. With those changes, they increased the energy cost from 6 to 8%. This one looks like a monster as well. Roaring Flames is a big part of what's going to make this really work, and the super itself looks lethal. The animation change might make it a little bit faster if it flows better while using your light attack. And the heavy attack now in game is a heat-seeking missile, so I'm excited to jump on this one as well. And then finally, they talk about Top Tree Dawnblade. They focus on in-air play. For the entire subclass, they reduce the speed at which burst glide accelerated players in Daybreak. And there's a reason for that. It's because of what they did to Top Tree. The Icarus dash while in Daybreak has increased speed and thrust, and it kind of replicates that burst glide speed. It has a new melee now, Celestial Fire. Send a spiral of 3 explosive solar projectiles, so like ball lightning, like handheld supernova. And I'm really interested to see how this works with something like Winter's Guile. They reworked Heat Rises, consume your grenade to extend glide time, and dramatically reduce in-air accuracy penalties for weapons. They reworked Winged Sun. Fire weapons use Celestial Fire, that's the new melee, and throw grenades while gliding. Airborne Final Blows create melee energy and extend the duration of Heat Rises. There's the rework to Icarus Dash. Dodging in Daybreak gives you more speed and costs less energy while under the effects of Heat Rises. So it all kind of works best with Heat Rises going. Solid rework here, another one I can't wait to try. They close this section by saying that there's a lot more changes that extend beyond these 3 subclasses. Most solar subs are getting tuning, and some non-solar subclasses are getting quality of life adjustments. Much needed, very welcoming changes next season, and I can't wait to see what else they have in store for us. Next week, Iron Banner is back. They also have a section for the Bungie Foundation. I've always applauded their work. They raised $1.6 million this time around. The Bungie community is strong and amazing. Small note, Destiny Cookbook is coming, and I fully expect an oatmeal raisin cookie recipe. The Stadia has launched. For the next This Week at Bungie, on Tuesday, DMG is running that one, and then Cosmos signs off. Huge news for the game, because changes like these are substantial enough to actually change the makeup of the game and how we play it. Which ones are you most excited for? And do any of them seem overboard? What other changes would you like to see? Let's talk about it in the comment section. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I am CoolGuy.